Hey everyone, welcome to WagerTalk TV. My name is Minty and this is Marco D'Angelo. You can find him on Twitter at Marco in Vegas. We've got our sandwich game of the week, and today's sandwich game of the week is brought to you by Gaming Today. Marco, please tell us what your sandwich game of the week is.
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't think the deli was going to be open this week, Minty, because to have a sandwich game, it's all about what was last week and what's next week. Well, it's the last week of the season, so there's no next week for most of the teams. True. But we found a really interesting situation that is a true sandwich spot, and that's the New York Jets at Buffalo. Buffalo's coming off their two biggest games of the year. 2 weeks ago, they played the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday Night Football. The winner of that game was going to take possession of the number 5 seed. With Buffalo beating the Steelers, they clinched the number 5 seed, and for all intents and purposes, their season was set, except they played New England last week. They still had an outside shot at winning the division, but they had to beat New England last week. Yeah. They gave them everything they had in that game, and was at the end of the game, had an opportunity to tie the score. Couldn't get it in. 4 punches tried there at the end of the game, and they come away with a hard-fought loss. So this game means absolutely nothing to Buffalo, and they have a game next week, a playoff game. So with nothing to play for this week, playoffs next week, I just don't see a real interested Buffalo team, especially coming off those 2 hard-fought games. And they're going to be facing the New York Jets. The Jets, I like to look for a team at the end of the season where you see the team has not quit. This is a team had everything go wrong at the beginning of the season. For sure. From Sam Darnold with the mono and everything else, and that offense was dismal for the first 5 games of the season. Now they're rolling. They're playing well. They've won 5 of their last 7 games, and they do have revenge for the first game of the season that they lost. Darnold played in that game, but we found out later, he was, I don't know who he was kissing, but he ended up with mono. So we're going to look for the revenge factor here. And surprisingly, Buffalo has, we know they're good defense. They're ranked number 4 in the NFL. But what a lot of people would be surprised to find out, the Jets are number 5 at yards per play. Yeah. And I think with them having, the momentum, winning 5 of the last 7, want to finish the season strong, build for next year, Buffalo with nothing to play for, I see the Jets coming away with a victory, and that is going to be our sandwich game of the week. Delicious.
Thank you, Marco. I hope you are right. I don't doubt you. All right, guys, the last 2 weeks, Marco went 12-2 in football for his clients. Get 12 full months of all access from Marco D'Angelo for just $1,200. That's $100 a month to receive every play in every sport from Marco, including all 5% plays that sell for $40 by themselves. This is the biggest discount of the year. Just use coupon code GIFT100 at checkout.